gosh. Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm so excited to be live with you guys today. I feel like I haven't been live in so long, which is really great because that means I've been on top of my stuff. And actually this week I had a video, but I was like, I really want to do a Q&A because I haven't been live in a while. And so I got some really great questions and I'm excited to get those answered tonight. So if you are in the mood for a Q&A, you want to know a little bit more about the behind the scenes or about polymer clay or even about Shopify, you can drop your questions in the comments. They might get answered tonight or they might get answered on the next Q&A, but go ahead and drop any questions that you have. I've already put a poll up, so I got questions from some of my viewers already. So I'm going to answer those first. And then if we have time, then I will answer questions that you guys drop for me tonight live. So welcome all my TGIW people. Thank you for being here. And so let's go ahead and run the intro and then we will get this video started. Sounds like a plan? First of all, that song always had me like dancing, you know. So you don't feel like dancing when y'all hear my intro? I do. Okay, so let's get into these questions. Let's get right into them without further ado. Oh my gosh. Okay, and let me get y'all comments up. Hey, Sonara. Hey, Carla. Hey, Lenny. Hey, Rhonda. What's up? So tonight is Q&A, so I'm going to be answering some questions that I got from my peeps. So the first question is, what's the first thing you have to do when starting a handmade business? So one of the first things you want to do is first decide like what is your product, right? And what I did when I first started is I figured out what was my product. So I initially started making button earrings and then I kind of evolved over time. But I knew, you know, obviously earrings were my product. And you always, especially when it's something handmade, something you're making, not especially, really any business, you want to test your product. You want to get some product reviews. You want to see how they wear, especially when it's something that you want your customers to be super happy with. You want them to, in my case, you know, want them to wear and love. So the first thing I did was test your product, right? So make sure you test your product, you know, sell it or, you know, sell it to your friends, family, or give it to your friends and family as gifts and kind of, you know, get feedback. Like, what was the feedback? Did they love them? Did, you know, is there anything that you would change? And obviously this could be for anything. If you made scrubs, if you made, you know, clothing, if you did a bunch of different things, you can always test the market. So get product testers and let them test your products and see if it's something that they love or if there could be any changes to it. So that's the first thing I did when starting a handmade business. And then from there on, you can figure out what the name is going to be or your business. Obviously, once you secure the name, then you want to secure your social media networks. And then once you do that, then you can move on to website design and all of those things. But I would say that would be the first thing that I would do is like test your product, get it out there, get some reviews, see what people are saying about it, and then you can move to the next step. Because, and I say that because if you have a product that hasn't been tested yet, or haven't been worn, or haven't you gotten any feedback about, then you might go through all the trouble of getting a logo, doing branding, getting social media networks, and getting a website, and then the product isn't viable, and then you have to like pivot or change things like after you've already did all of these brand new things. So I would say like test your product first. So that is the first question. The second question is what are some of the pertinent supplies you need to start a handmade jewelry line using clay and resin? That's a very good question. One of the first things that I bought when I started my clay and resin business was I bought a pasta machine. So you can do this by hand, but I just felt like it saves time, and it also leaves your product with more of a uniform. You have more of a uniform product. So I got like a pasta machine. I got cutters, which you can totally do that by hand as well, but cutters. I got like tissue blades, obviously clay, good clay. So I don't typically use Sculpey 3. I usually use Primo or Fimo. So use good clay if you're starting a clay business. Resin, I use art resin. So that's a great resin. Use good resin. What else did I start with? And I also have a video on my channel that gives you a rundown of my supply I use and all the things that I have, which now is a lot. But if you want to start out with the basics, I would say like tissue blades, you need a pasta, get cheap tiles like from like Lowe's or Home Depot. You can get like cheap tiles. This is broken half, but they come longer or smaller, and you can bake in the oven. So these are really you really want to have that. You also want to have a roller. It's super important to have a roller so you can roll all of your clay out even. So those are just some things. I can definitely do a full length video on just this. So if that's something that you'll be interested, just leave a comment below. And I definitely do have some videos where I kind of give you a tour of my studio and show you exactly some of the things that I have. But that's one question. The next question is, what is the startup cost using Etsy, Shopify, or any other platforms? That is a very good question to know, because a lot of people, when you start your business, you don't know like what platform to use when you're starting to use a website. So Etsy is a great platform, but as far as the startup cost is typically, I haven't used Etsy in a long time, but if you guys who use Etsy can correct me if I'm wrong. Carla is in the comments. But how it used to work was it was a small percentage of each thing you upload. So that's the cost of Etsy. So it's per item you upload, they charge you a fee. And that's how they work, if that's still how they work. But that's the last time I checked, that's how they worked. And then as far as Shopify, the base plan that Shopify has is $29. So no matter, you can upload hundreds of items for $29. So there's no per item fee for Shopify. There's definitely other apps that you can add to Shopify. I use the SMS app, which allows me to text my customers. And so that is an additional charge. So that's like $12 plus the $29. I also use the Will thing on my website, and that's like $12. So there's definitely, the base cost is $29, but there's definitely ways that you can add on to your base price by using different apps and things of that nature. So I would say the base is Shopify. One of the things I will say versus Etsy and Shopify, because people like which one should they use. Etsy is a great platform if you need customers. Like if you are not driving people to your website, if you need customers, Etsy is great. But that's a pro, because people go to shop. That's what they're going on the website for, is to shop. The problem with that is that it's very busy. And so if they go on Etsy to shop say for instance, if I just use me, if they're going on Etsy to shop earrings, well, now if they put in like clay earrings or statement earrings or something of that nature, if they type that in, now they have hundreds and thousands of earrings to choose from. So, you know, they might land on your stuff or they might not. So that's the con of it, because there's just a plethora of different other options out there that they can actually choose. With Shopify, obviously they're going directly to your website. So they're going to buy something from you no matter what, if you have what they need. And so, like I said, it just really depends. If you are great on social media, if you're creating content and things of that nature, and you're driving, if you look at your Etsy sales and you're like, I either know all the people who bought from me, or I know these people found me on Instagram and things of that nature. If you're driving all your sales, then you probably don't need to be on Etsy. You probably need to be on Shopify, because Shopify is made for people who Shopify, that platform is made to work really well for e-commerce sites. So if you're ready to kind of like come out from Etsy and start Shopify, it's just made. All the apps and all of the different things that is involved with Shopify is for e-commerce sites. Not to say Etsy is not, it is, but it's just you have more people to kind of, you know, fight with. So you got to stand out, and you got to be the one that they choose. So hopefully that makes sense. The difference. The next question is, if you're just now starting, I have questions already that I need to answer, but I definitely will answer your questions in the comments either tonight if we have time. For some reason, if I don't have time, then I'll definitely either comment back or I'll make another Q&A video and have a part 2 or whatever. And I'll try to do these every so often, so we can get some questions answered. So let's go ahead and move to the next question. The next question is, how do you advertise your products to get foot traffic and actual sales? This is a great question as well. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. Number one is you can be on social media. So you can be on things like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all the social media platforms. People use those for advertising their businesses. So that's one of the ways that you can do it, just like advertising it on that way. I think the best way to do it, if you're going to use any one of those platforms, is to create video content. So what you're watching now here, this is one of the ways, and this is one of the top ways that I get foot traffic and actual sales to my website, is by creating content that my customers want to consume. So in the beginning, I started out making, and I still do this right now today, but I started doing Watch Me Create. So you guys know that's my normal, typical Wednesday video. And what it allows the consumer to do is like be a part of your process of making. And so they feel a little bit more invested. They kind of see the process. They see how things are getting made. They see the work that it takes. And a lot of my customers are like, wow, like I saw how they made. I definitely want to have a pair of those. Like before I can even get them on the website, people are texting or emailing and saying, I gotta have those, right? So this is a huge way how I get foot traffic and actual sales to my website, because I create video content. You can do reels, you can do TikToks, you can do all that, which all of that is, you know, video content. So I would say that would be my number one way. If you guys don't know, Amber and she's also a part of A&O, and she's in the TGIW lineup. She has her own channel as well, but we actually teach women how to create video content, especially for YouTube. So if you're ever interested in that, make sure you check out the A&O channel. We have tons of content showing you how to get foot traffic and actual sales to your website by using video content. And we have courses, masterminds, and all that jazz, and as well. So make sure you go and subscribe to that channel. It's always in the description. So the next question is, where do you get most of your supplies you use to make your earrings, like your jump rings, earring posts, and cutters? That's a great question. Really and truly, it's crazy, but I order most of my stuff from Amazon. I get a lot of my stuff from Amazon, from like my packaging products, so like my tissue paper, my boxes, my stickers. The only thing I don't get in my packaging supplies is my shred. I get that from Dollar Tree, but I get all of that from Amazon. Just have really good prices. I get it really quick. That's, I got Amazon Prime. So if I need boxes, I can have them in like the next day or 2 days. So I love that quick turnaround. And then also, especially when you're starting out, if you don't need a bunch, if you don't need a huge supply of like boxes, I get my in like 50 and they're like $20 or something like that. So it's super inexpensive. So if you don't need a ton, then the economical way is to go through Amazon because it's just a lot cheaper and faster. So as far as my cutters and my jump rings and earring posts, I get a lot of those from Etsy actually. So I get those in bulk on Etsy, jump rings also on Etsy. I also some of my color jump rings, I get those from polycollective.com.au. She's an Australian maker, and so I get a lot of my color stuff from her, colored jump rings. So I'll put that in the description as well for you guys to find that easily. And then my cutters. Okay, I'm very particular about my cutters. Oh, actually, you guys are sitting on the cutters, but y'all propped up on the cutters. But there's a couple different places I use. I use Row Clay Co. her cutters. The only thing I hate about her cutters is I like more statement pieces. She made like really small cutters, but they're really great. They're very great quality cutters. The next site that I go to is my all-time favorite right now. Oh my gosh. Neo. I'm dog sitting, so it's a dog barking. Okay. The next one is Cutterly Designs. I think the name is. I'll put this in the description as well. But Cutterly, she makes the best. That's like my top favorite cutters right now because they're super sharp. You don't need minimal sanding. And then I also used to get some from Squiggle Cutters. I have a bunch of hers as well. I think she kind of revamped her, so I think they're a lot better now. The other ones are okay. They're great cutters. They're just not as good as Cutterly. Now, that's my own opinion, but she got great designs as well. So that's where I get all of those things from. If there's something specific that you're looking for, shoot me a message and I can send you a link. And so that's my questions that I wanted to answer right off the bat. I think I have a few in the chat. Let's see what we got. What type of machine is that? Okay. I use a pasta machine. Let me see if I can show it to you. It is, I use an Atlas 150, and it's traditionally made for pasta. When I say pasta machine, it's actually a pasta machine, but it looks like this. And it also had another contraption, another piece that came with it, and it cuts, instead of cutting it flat, it cuts it in a strips. So if you're like fettuccine noodles, it cuts it like fettuccine noodles. But then it also cuts it in one flat sheet. So that's what I use to roll out the clay. So you condition the clay with this, you roll it out to be cut with this pasta machine. So I used to have a cheaper one that I got from like Michael's, I believe. Actually, I did get it from Amazon, but it was just like a cheaper brand. And it only lasted me around maybe around 6 months, maybe. It didn't last very long. So I would just bite the bullet, get a Mercado. That's the one I use. That's the brand. It's Atlas 150. They also have an Atlas 180, I believe, which is larger. If I knew that, I would have got that one. It's a little bit longer. I would have got that if I knew they had that back then when I got this. This is heavy duty. It's great. It's smooth like butter. The cheaper one was so like rickety. I didn't like it. All right. The next question is, Olivia, can earrings that have resin on one side have resin added to the other side at a later time? They can. It just, if they have a post on them already, they have to be maneuvered kind of funny. maybe in like rice or something like that, because whenever you resin something, and I have some right in front of me, actually, this is the next video coming out. It's going to be hand painting. This video I was going to release today, but I wanted to assemble these, so I didn't get a chance to do it. So, but whenever you resin, you want the resin to be flat. I use these mats to do my resin on, but you want it to be super flat. So a lot of times after the earring already have a post on it, see if I can find one example for you guys. Here, one's right here. So once it already has a post, what's going to happen is when you go to resin the top, is that it's going to naturally go to the side like this, which means the resin is just going to go off, right? Because the resin is actually self-leveling. So it needs to be straight up and down. So it'll be hard. It can be doable, but it'll definitely be a little bit more tricky and harder if you do it post, whatever. Hey, Amber. Hey, Courage. Exactly, Courage. Like selling books at the book fair. Like everybody's there. It's just too much. It's like too much competition, if you ask me. Rhonda says, I do resin art as well. Is it possible or a thing to dip in resin as opposed to just donate, or any benefit? The thing about dipping in resin is that in order for it to set up right and not be, just like I said, not go to one side over the other side, is that you have to keep it turning or moving or something like that. So if you ever seen people who make cups, who make the resin cups, they put them on a turnstile, because if they didn't, because they basically have the resin all over the whole entire cup, if they didn't keep it turning or rotating, that the resin would just naturally self-level some way, somehow. It's not going to be even. It's going to be super bumpy. So it has to keep moving. So the same thing with if you dipped, it would have to be something where if you dipped it, that you either have it straight up and down or hanging or rotating in some way. But people who do resin on all sides, they tend to just dome one side, then they dome the other side, then they dome the side. So it is possible. It is a ton of different work because you got to wait, if you use UV resin, it can be a little bit quicker, but I mean, I don't really like UV resin as a top coat because, it yellows way faster than regular art resin. So that is the question to that. And the only benefit is like you make the clay really sturdy. They'll probably last forever. I mean, clay tends to last forever anyways, but it'll probably last a lot longer and just be, sometimes like in the back of the earrings, like they get, if you wear makeup, they'll get makeup on the back or whatever like that. So, so you can prevent that. It'll just be easy to wipe off, but that's the only thing. Now I'm finding I like more unique and Southwest style earrings. Oh yes. So yeah. So that is Neo. He's over here barking. Neo, you want to say hey to the people? He's actually in his crate. Like it's so funny when you try to put him in this crate. Actually, if you want him to go in this crate, he's like falling out. He's laying out. He's doing this, playing dead. He's like rolling over. But now he's like in this crate by himself, so he just went in there. But yes, I definitely have some hand painted stuff coming out next week. They're gonna be so dope. So yeah, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm not gonna hold you. This was a great little Q&A. I love getting questions. If you go ahead, if you thought of more questions, you can always have a post up. So you can always add it to that post on the community tab, or you can leave a comment in the next Q&A. I will get that question answered for you. So are you getting a dog? Absolutely not. Okay. First of all, I'm not getting a dog because in the morning you got to be waking up thinking about taking a dog out. Like, I'm not about his life. I have no kids. He legit acts like a chap. Okay. He acts like a chap. Yeah, it's like a toddler. He's always trying to chew up something. Like my friend who I'm house sitting for and keeping her dog, she has like this animal rug like in the front of her TV. And literally he just, every time he's like turning up the rug, he's like turning it all upside down. So the rugs stay messed up. I'm like, I don't even know how she, first of all, it's so crazy because I was here with her for a week prior to her leaving to go out of town. And I never really noticed the rug was messed up. So I'm like, how often are you fixing this rug? Because every single moment I'm fixing this rug and I never saw it messed up before she left. So I'm like, this little, like either he doesn't mess it up when she's here or he's just trying my patience. Neo, come here. Come here, Neo. Come here. Here. He is legit in his crate, y'all. Can't get him to go in there when you need him. Your dog will sleep in like you. Oh no. I still like, even though I don't want it. Are you can still hand painting flower prints? Yes, I am, Lenny. I will, probably not for a while because I'm not at home, but as soon as I get back, I will, because all my stuff is there. I might, I do have a bunch of paint here, but well, no, I will eventually. It's coming. Your dog will sleep in like you. I mean, he does. It's not he wakes up super early. I can't let him out around 9:30 or whatever. It's not even that point. It's like I'm not used to like waking up and being like, oh, I gotta take a dog out. Then you take him out, he just be doing the most. He like a toddler. He like a baby kid, you know? Just be doing the most. Chewing on stuff. Then he want to be all up under you like a newborn. Like, can I get 50 feet on this couch? Can I? Or are you gonna be all up on me? Like, are you gonna be in my lap, on my lap? Like, he a whole mess. He won't come to me right now and see. He hard-headed too. I'm calling him Neo. Come here, Neo. Neo. He like, she ain't talking to me. He over there just chilling. He ain't trying to listen. I can't take this in my life. Could not be more exactly. We are not animal like at all. That's the one thing we do not have in common. Like how she had y'all watching these cat videos tonight. That was just a whole mess. Okay. No. She got 13 cats and she don't want to admit it. She's like, oh, I have 5, I have 6 kittens, I have this. No, you got 13 cats, lady. Like, it's too much. I'm sitting one dog and it's too much. Okay. Carla said, when is that? Where is that at? Where is it? Where are they at, Carla? They somewhere over here. Carla, soon. I thought I was gonna have them up there already, but I'm out of town. I just did the magazine. I've been working on. Oh, y'all, I had some Juneteenth earrings coming too. Been working on these Juneteenth. So I don't know why I just showed y'all just in case they might not make it. No, they done. I got a resonance, but I'm gonna have some Juneteenth earrings. So I've been working on that. I've just been creating a lot, so I really need to buckle down and send. Carla, that's like my worst. That's like the last thing that I want to do whenever I'm creating. It's like I like to create, but it's like the finishing. Oh, it takes a long time. Oh my gosh, and the dogs love her. I know, they really do. Dogs really do love me. And I'm like, get away. Neo. He really like acting away with y'all on the line. Because usually I call him, he be all up over here. Now he in his crate laying down like it's 10 o'clock at night. He like, I don't know what you so tired from. I don't know what he's so tired from. But he is laying down like he had a full day. It's time for him to lay off. So he is not coming to see y'all at all. At all. So maybe later I can, get a photo of him and post it. Because he ain't trying to come at all. They know how she feels deep inside. He will not even come when she comes. Lenny, let me go. Let me. First of all, oh my gosh. Hey, 2-month-old. She probably right under you. Yes, he's like on the couch. I'm trying to watch earlier TGIW. He's like literally glued to my side. I'm like, can I get 50 feet? No. Like, can I get some space? So now he acting funny. Probably because I didn't let him cuddle with me earlier, but you know, I need space. Or he like sits right on the, like if you're sitting on the couch right here, he sit right on the couch right here. It's like he gotta be close. So thank you guys for joining. Our time is winding up. It's time to go. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. We'll have some hand painting. Oh my gosh, this collection is fire. Let me give y'all a sneak peek. So pretty. Look at these. Let me give y'all a little sneak peek of these pieces. So cute. So cute. Well, if you guys made it to the end of the video, got a sneak peek for next week's video. I am using StreamYard. I am. So cute. So adorable, these ones. Y'all are gonna love them. Love, love, love. All right, guys. Well, until next time. Oh, and I got some new coming. I'm going to be trying some designs with this stamp right here. I'm going to be working on that video for probably the week after that. But I don't know how it's going to work yet because, oh, wait a minute. Why am I saying that? I think I do know how it's going to work. But anyways, look at that. I'm going to be doing some stuff with some stamps. Which I actually did some stuff with some stamps for this collection. So I think y'all will see it, but we'll see. All right, guys, for real. I'm out of here. Peace out. Have a great night. Until next time. Bye.